Richard, that is probably one of the more gutting ways to lose a football match, particularly given the improved performance. But how do you summarise the 90 minutes or 99 minutes in the end of football?
Yeah, 99 minutes. You look at the chances. They probably created more than us, but we defended well. Keeper played well. Back three played well. We kept them out, and at the other end, we didn't take our chances. Probably had better ones first half with a couple of block shots. You look at the clips, could have had a couple of penalties. There's a couple of basketball saves in the goal mouth, but at the end of the day, we haven't scored again, and we've lost 1-0 at home.
In terms of, we'll address the goal scoring side of it first. What can you put that down to? Because it's just not clicking in the moment up top.
Well, we got to keep working hard. We got to keep giving them more chances, delivering the ball in the box more, which we worked on a little bit, and we'll be working on it again before the next game. Keep creating chances. We're not creating enough. Everybody knows that, but we're getting into position to create. But sometimes it's a final ball or the runs, and this is killing us a little bit at the moment.
Is there anything you can do really differently, or are you literally chatting to James a moment ago? He said it's just a thing of just a moment. You need something to go in, even off a shin, just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, we got to keep putting the balls in decent areas and expecting the forwards to get in there, all the midfielders, all the wing backs, and load the box. So, like I say, it's the hardest thing in the world to do is put the ball in the back of the net. But we've got to start doing it.
Were you frustrated not to come in at half time 1-0 up, given that actually that was a very solid first half performance?
It was a good solid, yeah, because we know what they're about. They've got a lot of pace in the team, a lot of quality in the team. A little bit like us, there wasn't a lot in it all through the game, to be fair. We might have got come off it a little bit the last 20 minutes. But no, we're disappointed. We see the chances, and we had a couple of good chances.
It's 7 games without a win now.
Yeah.
As a manager, how do you assess this period, and how tricky is it for you to kind of go into the week and reset mode?
Well, it's tough. It's tough for everybody. You go home and you analyse things, you look at things, you think what's happened there, and we've had a tough month, but that's no excuse. We've played a lot of the top teams. It's no excuse. We've got to keep creating.
Some positives to take away from today. James Daly ended up playing 90 minutes of football, which he may not have been expecting and may have been forced upon him because of the Sims situation.
Yeah.
How impressed were you with James and the fact he managed to get through the 90?
Yeah, the work rate was good up there. He didn't get a lot of chances, but he probably worked hard enough to create chances for others. So for his first game in a long time, yeah, quite happy with how he did.
And Josh Sims obviously forced off. How is he doing?
He's just got tired. He's missed a bit of training, the Killah and that, and he puts in a shift, and he had to go back to wing back for a bit when obviously someone's Wits came off and that, and he did a job, and then he just ran out of steam, and you have to make the change.
And in terms of the middle of the park, another impressive performance from Max in terms of the legs there. How much are you missing Brett McGavin and not having that experience in the middle of the park and being able to bring him on in situations like today?
Well, yeah, Brett's a big part of the squad, but I'd like to say the 2-6's done well, and obviously we've got Leo as well, who's come in and done really well in training this week. But I think the two in there, we didn't want to change it too much because we thought we did all right in there.
And you must be really feeling for Jed Ward because he'd made some terrific saves and just unlucky with where the rebound fell in those final moments.
Yeah, it's a tough one because you look back, you can stop it a bit. There's always little chances to stop a goal, but when you look, it's just a signal.
You've got a week now to go to the Morecambe game.
Yeah.
What do you feel you need to do as a unit over the coming days, and what do you expect from Morecambe?
I've probably just said it about 20 times in the last 5 minutes what we've got to work on, so we'll be working on that. And they're a strange side to watch, Morecambe. They score goals and concede goals, and like I say, there's one thing we'll be working on mainly this week.
Well, fingers crossed for 3 points next weekend.
Lovely, thank you.